I'm Jon Pettit, CEO and founder of SafeGuard-Me. SafeGuard-Me is a digital platform that simplifies safer recruitment. For the first time, all essential pre-employment checks can be completed digitally using SafeGuard-Me. At present, the system is antiquated, and despite high-profile case history and stringent legislation, there are still too many poorly checked or unvetted individuals working with children in all types of organisations across the UK. We believe that every individual that working with a child should have a digital passport, a SafeGuard-Me passport, ensuring that they are checked, safe and ready. The story behind it was that on one day a school asked for a supply teacher, which we organised. We sent across the version of the checks and a PDF. And at the end of that day, they asked for the supply teacher back on the next day. So, okay, fine, we booked him in. And when he arrived, they wouldn't let him into the building because they hadn't got the pre-employment checks that we'd sent the day before. They'd lost them. So we had to resend them again. And we thought, well, okay, there's a problem here. There's a problem with the process. So that was where the concept came up. The process behind it was to get the designs done, the idea, the concept. We had a developer then brought on board who created the first iteration of the product. And we're on to probably about the fourth or fifth iteration of it now. We're in a new development team. It holds their hand and leads them through the complex legislation. Ultimately, that individual will be left with a SafeGuard-Me passport with a nice green shiny light on to say, yes, that person's suitable. And if they leave, then that can be transferred to another organisation, another school, or can be used by that individual outside of the organisation when they're coaching a football team or a netball team, whether they're volunteering to take a school trip at their child's school. It will be proof that that individual is checked safe and ready to do so. It's a hugely scalable product. The subscription model that we're charging to organisations means that if you're a small organisation, you will pay a small amount. And it is extremely cost effective. Working with small schools, for example, larger schools will pay more depending on how many people they employ. But ultimately, it works out as a cost effective option because they will be saving time. They're going to be saving resources, administrative burden, and simple things like the amount of paper that they use, the postage that they use. Everything is going to be done digitally in terms of referencing and collation of all those checks in digital form. So after a successful pilot and proof of concept, we're working with over 50 schools in Liverpool. We also have avenues into a number of academy chains, and we're developing a team of very knowledgeable experts with links into Ofsted, Department for Education, and also experts that have released software across thousands of schools in the UK. In the charity sector, our partners from the Children's Society are helping us break down doors and barriers to understand the problems and the challenges that they're facing and how SafeGuard-Me can help overcome those challenges. The one thing that I found particularly interesting and learnt the most from was the topic around designing with people in mind. The product has transformed now from what I think it should look like and work like to what the customers and the users want to use and how they feel that the product should develop. It was a real eye-opener and has helped us with our roadmap, future product development, and it also inspired the whole project around user testing and how we can improve our app moving forward.